Hello! I finally had a moment alone with good internet reception, so I'm going to make this video for you today. Mainly this is for grandparents, but it could be for aunts and uncles, friends, people who love kids in your life. Maybe you need to pass this video along. But, so I'm a part of several mom Facebook groups, and one of the biggest complaints that are on there all the time now is grandparents getting too many gifts for the kids, or getting gifts that the parents do not want. Okay, now I'm going to try to say this as nice, but as clear as possible. Okay, if you want to be a blessing to your kids, and remember grandparents, you're still teaching your kids. Right now, you're teaching your kids how to be grandparents. So think about that you're still leading by example, and if you want to be a blessing to your kids, listen to them. Listen to what they're saying and the things that they're wanting to keep out of their house or things that they're wanting in their house. You know, one of our problems in America, in my mind, is affluenza. Like, it's just crazy. We have so much stuff. Now, before, maybe not my parents, but my grandparents probably didn't have very much clothes. Okay, maybe they had a couple of outfits that they could choose from. But now, if you go into most houses in America, the kids' bedroom is packed full of clothes. The floor is filled with clothes. If you go to any yard sale, thrift store, whatever, it's packed full of clothes. We have too many clothes. So we don't need to keep buying kids clothes. We don't. I know, they're so cute. They're just adorable. But I would say that a lot of times grandparents, and it's mainly grandparents, and my parents don't do this. Like, this is not an issue. My parents don't, but they're trying to be helpful, but it's just really overwhelming, okay? It's really overwhelming, the amount of toys. With our family, we really cut back on our Christmases, and it is so much better. Before, my kids, they just kept getting more and more, and they just wanted more and more. You know, they weren't satisfied with the gift or two. They were just like, they saw 20 presents for them and they couldn't wait, like, what's next, and they were never really happy with that one gift because they kept seeing the 19 others to open up, and it really caused this feeling of dissatisfaction. And I found that when we limited our gifts, it was way better. So grandparents, remember this. And if your kids are telling you, you know, we only want wooden toys, we don't want plastic toys in our house, hear that. You know, maybe, I know a lot of parents are really asking for experiences. Their kids already have a bunch of crap. Like, it's littered all over the floor. Their bedrooms are full of crap. They play with it. Like, I'm telling you, my daughter got some money for her birthday. She went to the store, she picked out a toy, and she played with it for one day. One day, that's all. Like, they don't play with toys very much. Some kids are different, you know, and they'll be like Legos. We keep Legos forever. But most toys are played with for a minute and then forgotten about because we're so overloaded. Our senses are so overloaded. We always want something new. We're just looking for the new thing, and it's hard to be satisfied with those few things. So back to experiences. Make a thing, take your grandkids to the movies, take them to the park, write them a note, like maybe say this is for once a month breakfast with grandma or something like that. Or maybe you live far away, so it's, you know, send a book and send a recording of you reading that book, you know, and they could watch it however they do it. You know, maybe it's just a video that you send, and then they can watch that and read the book along with you reading the book. There's so many options. That's not just clutter, that parents are just, honestly, they're donating stuff or they're throwing it away. I mean, this is happening right away after Christmas, and I don't think you guys want your money wasted. You know, so when we can just get like stuff that kids can use up. You know, talk to your kids about what their children want for Christmas, and maybe you are doing that, but I've heard some parents are like, they'll have a Christmas list and the grandparents are buying every single thing on the Christmas list and the parents have nothing to buy for the kid. You know, and so let your kids also have the gift of giving. You know, we all know it's better to give than to receive. It's so fun to watch kids light up, their faces light up with a gift. And if you're taking them to the if you're taking them to a museum, if you're taking them to an aquarium or to the park or ice skating or whatever you have in your area, they're going to love that and they're going to remember those memories. You know, I had a grandparent. She gave me a lot of stuff, but I did not think she liked me. I don't think I did one thing with her ever alone, you know, and that time, you know, we all know, well, maybe we all don't know, but there's the 5 love languages, if you've read these books, and they have one for kids. And so, you know, different kids have different love languages, and some treasure things. I don't really have any kids that treasure gifts that much. I really don't, which is probably God's blessing to me. But, you know, even if their thing is gifts, you know, just to be more intentional about that, and just a little something. We don't need to overwhelm them, you know, or overwhelm the parents. And I have friends that want a very minimalist house. It stresses them out to have too much stuff. And one of their biggest problems is they have all these gifts that grandma gave, and they don't want to offend grandma, so they're not getting rid of it, and they're sitting there stuck with all the stuff they don't want and their kids don't play with, but they're so afraid to offend you that they keep it. Okay, don't do that to your kids. I just hope that you guys, and I don't know, honestly, I don't think any of my I don't know anyone personally that's doing this to their family, but I have some friends whose parents do stress them out with the gifts and the overwhelming, and you know, and listen to what things are allowed in their home. Like if they don't do Barbie, don't buy Barbie. If they want modesty, you know, it's not, there's so many gifts you could give that don't go against those simple things that your kids might be really important to them, even if you don't understand it. Like, let's say they don't like some TV show. I don't even know, like Barney. This is so old, Barney. That's not even a show. SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, I know that's one that a lot of people hate. A lot of moms hate it. We kind of think it's funny. I haven't really watched it. I don't really watch it. But my husband thinks it's hilarious, you know. But let's say we hated it. We hated SpongeBob. But our kids still, you know, because we hated it, then our kids wanted it really bad, you know. If my parents bought SpongeBob stuff, I would throw it in the garbage. Or I would probably throw it in the garbage. You know, and it's a simple thing. And even if you thought, oh, there's nothing wrong with SpongeBob, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're thinking. These are your kids as kids, and it's their turn to raise their kids, you know. And if you can just support them and encourage them, it is hard. It is so hard being a parent, as you know. You've done it. You're doing it, you know. And I just encourage you guys to really think about the effects of the toys and the gifts that you're giving, and how long those are going to be around, and if it's just going to stress your kids out, or if it's really going to be a blessing to the whole family. So I had some good comments. Let's see, I want to read some comments here. Oh, hi. Get new bikes from their grandparents this year. Family games are great. Yes. I love stuff that you can do together, you know, that'll be used over and over. I love art supplies, stuff that's going to get used up, you know, not just stuff that's going to get broken and lost at the bottom of a toy box. Some kind of project. I love the one thing they want, one thing they need, one thing to wear, and one thing to read approach. And, you know, that's, Jennifer said that, and I think that's what a lot of parents do, but I don't think the grandparents are then also doing that, you know, and I know we're all different in this Christmas thing, and it's really overwhelming, and I've interviewed all my friends about, what do you do for Christmas? Tell me. And I've gotten some great tips, and maybe I'll make another video for parents about what we've decided to do about Christmas and how we do that. But I've just been wanting to talk to you grandparents because I see it all the time in these posts, and these moms are just like, they don't want to offend people, but they're so overwhelmed. They're so overwhelmed by the amount of stuff coming into their house. And if you guys could just support them, you know, and I'm sure most of you guys are supportive, and you are, but maybe there's somebody that just hadn't heard it yet, you know, or so don't be offended. It's nothing, you know, don't be offended. We all just have our things that we like and don't like, and if we can support and encourage our kids, your kids, as they parent their kids, what a blessing. That parental support is huge to me, you know. It's like my kids need me, but I need my parents, you know. It doesn't end, no matter how old you get. So thank you guys. Let's see, somebody else, adventconspiracy.org. Well, I'm gonna check that link out. Hope you guys have a great day, and Merry Christmas to you. We're thinking about going to the beach for Christmas. We're gonna make a sandcastle Christmas tree. We'll see. Have a great day. I'd love to hear you guys' comments more about things that you really love for your kids to get from other people for Christmas, and like maybe the worst Christmas present someone gave your kids that you were like, that was horrible. That was the thing. Why? Let's hear your funny stories.